Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Nowell Felder Show. Today, as our special guest, we have Dr. Cynthia Wilson. Hello.
Hello.
I have a few questions for you. First off, where were you born?
I was born in New Orleans, Louisiana.
That sounds like a fun place.
It is such a fun place. And do you want to know what makes it a lot of fun?
Sure.
Mardi Gras. Have you ever heard of Mardi Gras?
I think I have, but I never went to it. Can you tell us all about it?
Well, I'm happy to, because it's one of the fun things that I grew up with as a little girl. So in about the year 1699, that's when the actual holiday and the celebration began in the Louisiana area, and particularly in New Orleans. And this was a time when various groups of people, clubs, joined together and became crews. And I'm spelling the word crew with a K, Krewe. And so these crews, and it was mostly men, and they came together and organized themselves as a club and became a carnival crew. And these folks named themselves. The first crew was called Rex, and the Rex crew, they created different emblems, and they would just get together and just have a good time. So the Mardi Gras season now continues with that idea of crews coming together. There are several different crews. The only African American crew or black crew is called Zulu. There are no other African American crews. All of the others are mainly Anglo or white, but there is at least one predominantly African American crew, and that's Zulu.
I have another question. How is Mardi Gras celebrated?
So again, these crews come together and they create what we call floats. You've probably seen a float during the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yes, I have.
Well, a lot like that, not quite as big, but a lot like that. The crew comes together, and all year long, they work on creating a beautiful float. And then during the week of Mardi Gras, they travel throughout the city. These different crews move through the city doing parades. And each evening during that week, people go out to see the parade. And people on the parade are holding lots of beads, beautiful beads, and little trinkets. And when people go out to see the parade, they are looking up at the float, the people on the float, and they're saying, "Throw me something, throw me something." And the folk from the float just throw the beads, and folks are trying to get the beads.
What else should we know about Mardi Gras?
Okay, well, first of all, the word Mardi Gras is a French word.
Ooh.
So Mardi means Tuesday. Mardi is Tuesday in French. And gras, and you notice that the S is silent, Gras, gras means fat. So on the last Tuesday before Ash Wednesday, that's when people gather. It's always a Tuesday, and people gather together to do a big party and eat all kinds of stuff, just all kinds of goodies and food that really isn't that healthy for you. But it's the last day that they do that before they begin a 40-day fast. So Ash Wednesday is the beginning of a 40-day fast that takes us all the way to Easter. Okay, so Fat Tuesday or Mardi Gras, or some people call it Carnival, that day is the last day that you can have all of the fun in the world, because Ash Wednesday is the next day, and that's when you really begin to really be prayerful and begin again to be healthier about the way that you eat, the way that you live, the way that you think, the way that you pray, It's the last big hooray before you begin the time of fasting. And it's also the last day of the parades.
Okay.
So the parades will have happened for 5 days before Fat Tuesday.
I still have here my guest, Dr. Cynthia Wilson, and she is about to tell us when Mardi Gras was made and when did it come to the United States.
Well, it was actually in the 1600s that Mardi Gras came to North America. And particularly it came to New Orleans, or Nouvelle Orleans. Nouvelle means new in French, Orleans, which is the name of the city. So New Orleans began to experience tradition of Mardi Gras in the 1600s. That was a long, long time ago, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes. And so the city of New Orleans is also called the Big Easy. The Big Easy is another name for New Orleans, but it was actually a place that hosted Mardi Gras when it first came to North America. So that would have been in the 1600s.
Okay, I have another question. How do you celebrate Mardi Gras?
So, first of all, the word, those two words, Mardi, and Gras, and the S is silent in Gras. So, Mardi Gras, and it's also French. It's also a French word which simply means party. The word originated in France. Also, it's celebrated with balls, beautiful parties. People dress up real beautiful, and then they put on beautiful masks. Yeah, and so I think you have a mask that you're going to show everyone in a little bit. But they make all of these beautiful. Some people take the whole year to create their costumes and to create their masks. So in addition to the parades, the people in the city go to beautiful balls where they dance and they eat and they just have a lot of fun. So those are two ways that Mardi Gras is celebrated.
What do you wear on Mardi Gras Day?
Well, people who go to see the parades, they just dress real casual. They don't put a lot of fancy clothes on. But the people on the floats have on beautiful costumes. And yes, and so the crew, and the word crew for Mardi Gras is spelled Krewe, Krewe. So the crew is sort of like the group of folks, like the tribe. They are all of them belonging to one club or to one particular carnival crew. And so their costumes are generally the same, but different people on different floats wear different kinds of costumes. Some look like clowns. Others look like a king and a queen. But they dress according to what their float is representing.
Okay, that sounds very cool.
It's also important for you to know that there are 3 primary colors for Mardi Gras. The 3 colors that are used for Mardi Gras are purple, gold, and green.
Those 3 colors are also my favorite colors.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh, so each of those colors have a meaning, and so when you're showing the costumes and when you're showing the masks, then you can share with the people what those colors mean.
Okay. That sounds very fun. Maybe next time when I go to New Orleans, I'll try to go find a parade and maybe they'll give me some beads.
Maybe so. But you'll have to go during Mardi Gras, and Mardi Gras is usually either in the month of February, somewhere in the month of February. Every now and then it might spill over into the month of March, but it's usually in the month of February. So if you want to go and see the floats and catch some beads and say, throw me something, you'll have to do it in the month of February.
Okay.
I especially like that because that's the same month as my birthday.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you again for being on this interview with me.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Nowell Felder. I am so honored that you asked me to share this information about the Mardi Gras with you.
You're welcome. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for being here with me and the special guest, Dr. Cynthia Wilson. See you later.